The Rams, they've won their Super Bowl. They've had their success. They're in salary cap hell. And you saw that with the trade of Jalen Ramsey. You saw that with the cut of Bobby Wagner. Odell not coming back. Getting rid of Matt Gay, the kicker, of course. Big loss there. The Rams.
Yeah, I mean the Rams are at a point where I don't really know why Sean McVay returned, and I honestly wouldn't have knocked him if he retired because he got his Super Bowl, so he has as many Super Bowls as Mike Tomlin, Sean Payton, all those guys that you can name on a list with one Super Bowl, and he could have retired and then worked out compensation to go coach for another team. And then probably eventually go coach the Chargers. And I could see Sean McVay just like once it doesn't work out with Brandon Staley, like, okay, I'm gonna go coach Justin Herbert now. And people are like, yeah, okay. Just switching across the building to the Chargers because there's not a great way to build a team. And the way they built this team the first time was trading draft picks for star players, and you don't have too many of those draft picks anymore to trade. So you have to wait a few years for your draft picks to replenish, and then you have to replace Matthew Stafford. There were questions about him playing again, and when you have an elbow injury as a quarterback that's as brittle as he's been, and it's not like Matthew Stafford's been injury immune his entire career, I'll say.
Mm.
And then you see Cooper Cup unfortunately go down last year. So it kind of all spiraled down. So I think you're going to be bad for another 2 to 3 years. And then maybe you can rebuild the team. But I think Sean McVay ultimately just is like, okay, I need a fresh start because,
You've had your fun. I mean, you started what 2017.
yeah,
You got Jared Goff. Well, Jared Goff was already on the team, but have Jared Goff. You made the Super Bowl, lost to the Patriots.
yeah,
Have been consistently very good. And this last year, I think part of the reason why they sucked last year was injuries,
yeah,
because you saw how many players went down with injury. But they really need to just kind of suck this year. And maybe this is another team that goes after Caleb Williams. They're just like, you know what? We'll just kind of be like competitively bad next year. Go after Caleb Williams, draft him. He's the star of LA. Makes a lot of sense, I guess.
yeah.
Um, but this is a team that's also just kind of in shambles. It's really this division's really the 49ers and the Seahawks.
Yeah, it's the 49ers and the Seahawks at this point. And for the Rams, Sean McVay didn't build this team through the draft, and he honestly built this team like he was playing Madden franchise mode, where you just trade all your first round picks for really good players. And he was like, oh my God, I can't believe they let me build this team like a video game. But if you think about it, that's kind of how he built this team, where he was just trading all of his first round picks for star players, even though the core foundation of this team and Aaron Donald, first round pick, Cooper Cup, they also drafted him. So it's like the two best players on this team were drafted, and all the players that you traded for, um, Von Miller gave up a lot for him, and then he just walked and signed with the Bills. Jalen Ramsey, he's gone now, and then it got you a Super Bowl. But the guys that are still there, the guys that are homegrown, the guys that are drafted. So I do want to see Sean McVay methodically rebuild a team through the draft because we haven't seen that yet, and I feel like that's his next evolution as a head coach. And to sit back here and pretend that Sean McVay is a scrub, no, he's still capability wise is a top 5 head coach in the NFL right now.
No, he is, and they have a lot of later round picks this year, but Rams have a lot of work to do.